Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Space, where today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Jazwares toy animatronic figures. Now these figures are really cool to have because we'll be seeing these characters on the big screen very soon. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first figure we have is of the very large man himself, Toy Freddy. And I'm not joking, he is quite fat on this figure. He's definitely gained a few pounds since FNAF 2. I mean, he always was a little chunky, but this is on a whole new level. He looks like he ate the rest of the figures. But the figure himself is actually surprisingly good. His mold is actually really accurate. It's way better than Funko's. By the way, if you don't know what I mean, Funko made the Arcade Mayhem FNAF AR set a while ago. They included skins of the toy animatronics. But they never made the toys themselves. It would have been so easy. Just throw on a new coat of paint and call it a day. Funko loves to do that. But now, I'm glad they didn't, because these figures are so much better. New Toy Freddy's paint is actually really good, even his small little eyes. But the posability is not so good. His head doesn't swivel, his waist doesn't swivel, his arms sort of move. Funko definitely wins on the posability side. But the reason for this is the jump scare feature. Basically, if you press the giant protruding obnoxious button on the back, then this will happen. Whoa, we can't show that on here. But what's meant to happen are his arms are going to go up, his mouth opens, and it represents a jump scare. Personally, I prefer to have a figure with good posability and no jump scare feature, rather than one that has terrible posability and a jump scare feature. For someone who just displays my figures in cool poses, I'd never use the jump scare feature anyway. But overall, he looks really good, and I would definitely recommend it to any FNAF fan. The next figure we have is of Toy Bonnie. Now Toy Bonnie once again looks really good. He definitely blasts Funkos out of the water. His paint is immaculate, his mold is perfect. However, he does still struggle with the same issues that Toy Freddy suffered with. His posability is once again really bad because of the stupid jump scare feature again. Does anyone actually use it? But none of that matters because he has a cute little removable rabbit tail. Aww. One of the problems I have with Bonnie here is standing. As you can see, Toy Freddy has much bulkier feet, which makes him easier to stand. But Bonnie and Chica have really small feet, making them harder to stand. But overall, I think I prefer Toy Bonnie over Toy Freddy, and I'm not too sure why. I guess he just looks a little bit better to me. Next up is Toy Chica, and no cupcake? Yeah, so that's the problem I've had with all these figures so far. They don't have any accessories. Toy Freddy has no microphone, Toy Bonnie has no guitar, and now Toy Chica has no cupcake. It makes the figures feel a bit lifeless. A real miss on Jazwares' part. But back to the figure, she once again struggles standing, has not great posability, and her teeth aren't painted for some reason. But she does have a great mold, and also the paint on her bib is really good considering how small pieces of confetti are. I like her, but I do think she's the worst of this set. I still would recommend her to complete the crew, or if you're a devoted Toy Chica goon, fan. And the final figure we have is of the legendary Mangle. Now this is definitely the best figure of the wave, and the posability is actually really good this time. The limbs can all come off, which really helps to create that deconstructed look, even though I'll admit it's almost impossible to get them back on. But it's still a really cool feature. The paint on the two heads is also immaculate. The sculpt is also a 10 out of 10. Apart from this foot that has another foot on the other side that looks really weird, maybe a 9.9. The jump scare feature is also present again, but to a lesser degree. There's just a tiny button on the back of both of the heads, which just opens the mouths. It's not that bad. But overall, Mangle is definitely one of the best FNAF figures of all time. Even if you're not getting the rest of the set, she is a must-get for all FNAF fans. In conclusion, this set of Jazwares toy animatronic figures are really good. Mangle is obviously the standout figure here, proving that when Jazwares ditches the articulation ruining gimmick, they can produce one of the best FNAF figures ever made. Overall, the sculpts, paint and intricate detail were top tier across every single figure. This is where they truly beat the competition. The only things dragging the main trio down were the limited articulation, thanks entirely to the forced jump scare feature, and the overall lack of accessories. It's a huge missed opportunity, but even with those flaws, these figures are easily 10 out of 10 in terms of look, sculpt, and they absolutely rival Funko's best offerings. If you're a FNAF fan, the amazing accuracy makes these figures worth a purchase, definitely. I am very excited to see which characters Jazwares makes next. Alright guys, we've reached the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below which figure is your favourite. Will you be buying these? Which character do you want to see turn into a figure next? Tell me in the comments down below. But anyway, I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!